Well, hello and welcome everyone to our virtual scholarship workshop. This is the first time we've ever done it virtually, and we're going to make this work. We are so glad that you're able to attend this workshop. We have a lot of people from out of town, so this is working out really well for everyone. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Cindy Oser, and I am the outreach librarian over here at Hobby Memorial Library, CTC's library on campus, and the library for around the world. We have Wendy Martell. She is our scholarship coordinator with the Foundation's office here at CTC. And we have Lee Green-Thanner. She is our digital video specialist, and she is going to be working with us, watching chat, watching the comments. And so if you have any questions today, just go ahead and ask in the comment section, and then Lee will let Wendy and I know. So is everyone ready? Okay. We are going to get this started. So, as I said, this is the scholarship workshop. If you would like a copy of the PowerPoint that we're going to be using today, please email reference request at ctcd.edu, put in the subject line scholarship workshop, and include your name and student ID if you have one. If you're not a student yet, that's okay too. We just need an email so that we can go ahead and email you the PowerPoint. Also, if you have not registered for the workshop yet, but you are a student, or if you're going to be a student in this year, make sure that you register for the event. Go to the Hobby Memorial Library website, find the events, and on the events page, there will be a registration form. Go ahead and register. The reason why it's a good idea to register for events, any library events, and we'll talk about this later, is that the library scholarship, one of the requirements is that you have attended a library event. And so we keep track of who went and how many events you went to, and that's one of our criteria. So is everyone ready? Let's first talk about why you would apply for a scholarship. Wendy can attest to this. It's money. It's free money for books, supplies, culinary items, EMT, uniforms, tuition. They've got between $200,000 and $10,000 scholarships. So this is why you want to apply for a scholarship. It will help you to get through college. So what are some of the steps that you're going to need in order to start applying? We're going to first apply. We're going to go to the scholarship page in a minute, and we're going to go to the academic works in a minute. But you go to our website and you go to apply for admission. You're going to need to be a student in order to get a scholarship, and you're also going to need to have a degree plan. Is that correct, Wendy?
Correct.
Yes. And so that's step number one, is to get that admission going. Once you have applied, they're going to give you Eagle Mail. You're going to need this Eagle Mail in order to apply and to go through the scholarship process. One other thing that you're going to need to do, and it's not for all of the scholarships, it'll be just for the scholarships that are financial based, is to fill out a FAFSA form. So you're going to go to the financial aid office website, and you're going to fill out a FAFSA. Just get that over with. And then if the scholarship that you're applying for is financial based, then it's already done. How long does it usually take, Wendy, for it to be processed?
It's done federally, so it's going to take the federal government 2 to 3 weeks usually, I think, to get them done, get them processed. Then they have to send a file to CTC so that it'll upload into our systems, and
Okay.
then it's available.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mhm.
So again, you apply for admission. You confirm your Eagle Mail address and access to CTC email. You complete a FAFSA. It's not mandatory, but it's a good idea to complete it. And then we're going to go to the scholarship page. So you're back on our ctcd.edu, and you're going to go students, hit scholarships. Okay. Once you're on the scholarships page, there's going to be the due dates. And is this the January 15th through February 28th? Is that for this upcoming year also, Wendy?
That's for the 2021 school year.
Okay. All right. Great. Great. So once you get on here, you are going to hit academic works. And nothing happened. Oh. Okay. All right. I have signed in already. You will need to register. You're going to sign up here, fill out your information, and what that does is it gives you access to what types of scholarships. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Hang on. Sorry about that. I'm in a room right now that the lights keep turning off, and I was throwing things in the line of sight, but it doesn't always work. So sorry about that. If I have to walk away, it's why I'm walking away. Okay, so back to what we're doing. You'll have opportunities, you'll have hours, CTCs, opportunities. And as you can see, look at these figures. Look at this amount, these amounts. And we have lots of pages and lots of scholarships.
And Cindy, I'd like to add right here that this website is currently being updated. I'm preparing it for the next award cycle. So some of the information may be blank. I'm working on getting that in. But it'll all be in there by the time the scholarship application opens in January.
Great, great. Okay, thank you. And then if you're looking for external, we also, that didn't show up, did it? Well, thought I was logged in. There, if you click, oh, right there. If you click on the external, then CTC also has other scholarships that are available. Can you explain, Wendy, how that works? Like, do they seek us out, or how do we go with those? How do we work with those?
We get opportunity emails on a daily basis to our financial aid department, and they forward them over to us because we have this venue that we can post them for students. So it's updated on a daily basis. Anytime anything comes in, we immediately put it up on the system, and then when it closes, it automatically falls off, so you don't see it anymore.
Okay.
Sometimes we put the award amount in there if it's something that's obvious, and we don't have to read through every application or every website to see what to find. Most of the time we just see the link in there for more information so that you know what the name of the scholarship is. The links are provided in there, so you just click on that link. It'll automatically take you to that website, and you go from there. These are not related to CTC. We don't issue them. We don't monitor them. We don't have anything to do with them. We just offer the links for you so that you can get out there on the website and you don't have to go out and search individual websites.
Okay, well, great. And believe me, when you start looking for scholarships, that is definitely a plus to have them all in one spot. So, yes.
Erica Weinstein is asking if she can have Wendy's contact information. She can't see the apply button on the scholarship website. She gets a message saying a general application is closed.
And it currently is closed right now. It'll open on January 15th, and it's only open from January 15th to February 28th. In that time period, that gives us an opportunity to get enough applications that we start filling those opportunities. We don't have it open now because I'm having to prep it for the next cycle to be awarded. So it will open and you will be able to access all that on January 15th. But you can still register with the site. You just can't apply for a scholarship at this time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. And let me just show you one thing. Let's go back to ours, because I keep talking about registering for the library one. All you got to do, if you're looking for that specific one, is put it in the search bar and it will show up right there. But the Foundation's office has made a really nifty way for you guys to get a lot of scholarship opportunities. And we'll go ahead and go over that and how you can get the most opportunities. The email to you, correct? Or, I'll talk to you about it when we get there. All right.
Erica has another question. She says, how do we utilize it for 2021 or 2020 year? Because that includes this fall.
Now, this year is a 1920 school year. So this is the fall of 19, or excuse me, we're currently in the 2021. It'll be open for 21-22 in January. So the scholarships for this fall have already been awarded. We don't have anything for spring just yet that's come available, but we may have something, and if we do, it'll be on this website. So I misspoke earlier. This is the 20, we're posting for the 21-22 school year.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So what do you need to know? You only need to do one application. That is an amazing thing that Foundations does. And what that will do is it will open you up for whatever scholarship that you qualify for. So each scholarship cycle, you can update your application. So what makes your application different than someone else's application? It's basically your answers and your essay, and it's the keywords. Your keywords are just like in when you're Google searching something or your library catalog. The computer is going to pick up certain words that you wrote in your application and certain words that you wrote in your essay. It will match some of these keywords for, like, if you happen to say that you studied music or you volunteered for your place of worship, or you worked part-time, you were a lifeguard. All of this information is going to be put in, it's an algorithm, or is it something like that, that will pick up your keywords. And when it sees your keywords, it will say, hey, we've got this scholarship for you. Kind of like Google says, this is specifically for you. And it's this keyword that they use. So they're going to match this. Now, is this only for Wendy, is this only for the scholarships that are here at CTC, or is it also for those outside scholarships?
This is just for the CTC scholarships. We have nothing to do with the other scholarships except that we post them and make them available for students to see them.
Okay. All righty. So just for that one now. Okay. So let's talk a minute about these outside scholarships, and then we're going to go back to the inside scholarships. The outside scholarships, you're pretty much gonna have to do your own keyword search. Your outside scholarships, you are working on being the company's representative. They are looking for people who are going to, they could show off and go, look, this is our scholarship winner. Therefore, they're looking for people who share some of their ethics, some of their mission. They want to know if you would make a good representative for their company. So if you're going to be looking for scholarships outside of CTC, then you're going to have to do some research on their scholarship information. You're going to look at their mission. What is their mission? Or are they forward moving? Are they traditional? Start writing keywords on their mission, on their about us, anything that you can find out, their vision, their core values. I'm not saying change who you are and be who you are, but if you read their core values, you read their mission, you read their values, and it does not align with you, then you may want to move on to a different scholarship. That is going to be what they're going to be focusing on. Also, be very detail oriented. I'm not the best detail oriented person, but say for instance, you see this wonderful Pepsi scholarship and it's up to $10,000. Of course, that's the first thing that grabs your attention. But what are some of the other words in there that you need to look at? You need to look at eligible. Okay, well, I need to find out on this website somewhere what makes me eligible. What the date was. It might be an outdated scholarship, you know, that may have happened in 2019 or 2016. Don't waste your time. Oh, hang on. If you guys would only see what I'm doing over here, I'm waving my arms when I get there. All right, here's another thing. Must have a GPA of 3.0 or above. If you don't have a GPA, move on. Must have financial need. Leadership qualities. Did you participate in extracurricular activities? And are you planning to join certain universities? All of this is information that you've got to find. Otherwise, you're going to waste your time with looking at these outside scholarships. Again, here's another one, graduating, senior. So if you're a sophomore or a junior, you know, it's not going to work. You have to be going to this particular college. These are things that you need to look for. The great thing about our CTC scholarships is the Foundations Office has done a lot of this work for you, correct? She's not paying attention. The Foundations Office has done a lot of this for you, the scholarships.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. So here again, got to be a graduating senior from a certain high school. Make sure you read every line and make sure you qualify for those scholarships. Okay. Now we're going to start writing your answers and your essays. And I know this is everybody's favorite thing to do, correct? I know it's mine. I don't do well with multiple choice. All right. Very, very, very important. You must answer all the questions. Don't leave anything blank. If you need to put, it's not applicable, put N/A. And also, this is important, is check your grammar. Because what happens with an essay is the way you write your essay is going to be a reflection on whether you're going to be a great student, whether you're going to be able to maintain any type of a GPA, or if you're going to finish what you started. So it's very important that you do things like check your grammar. Here on campus, we have several, we have the academic studio, we have the libraries, research paper review. We have a lot of different people who can help you to check your grammar. So let somebody else read it and make sure you get the grammar right. Also, prepare for your questions. If the question is open-ended, please write a complete sentence. Wendy has, like, she's not there now, but I think she told me hundreds and hundreds of essays that she has to read. And
Cindy, we had over 600 applications for the last award cycle.
there you go. There you go. So that's a lot of applications. And if Wendy can't read your essay, then she's gonna, probably pull up a few more that she can read. And,
and I must say that we read those, and part of the score, they're scored according to their content, if they're answering the questions that we've asked. So you need to make sure your prompt is being answered when you write your essay. But we score those on the answers, and then we also score them on grammar.
okay. All righty. So everything you learned in English class, make sure it goes into that essay. You're trying to impress the judging board, showcase your writing ability. So don't just whip it out and have it, this short little essay. This is going to be your ticket to getting money for school. Also, remember your keywords. If you've done anything with music or math or science, art, library, you name it, make sure that those keywords get in there, because the more keywords about yourself, there may be a music scholarship out there or an art scholarship out there. And that way, the college foundations office will pick up that you might also qualify for this one. So now make sure you're very honest about it. Don't just, say that you're involved in everything and you're not. But definitely go ahead and remember your keywords. A good exercise before you start writing your essay is to list everything you can remember you've done. The reason why is, like, maybe say, for instance, you took piano lessons for 10 years. What that tells us, if you took piano lessons for 10 years, is that you're a person who doesn't give up, that you stick with something to learn it. So it's not just the facts. Wendy in the foundations office, they're able to read between the lines and see that you're a person that will be dedicated to learning something. So all of that is important, even if you think it is not important. Okay. Another thing is to relax. You're going to be telling the board about yourself, and you're going to be doing a long, wonderfully rich commercial about yourself. And so you want to be able to write, not research facts so much as facts about yourself. Now, there's a way to write an essay, facts about yourself, and there's a way to do it that's not going to be so great. So let's see how to do this. All right. First, you're going to pick a topic. There may be a question or a specific theme. Make sure that this topic interests you. It's about you. You're going to show the foundations office that you're very passionate about what you do, that you're a hard worker, that you're going to complete what you started. And so you're going to be showing who you are in written communication. A lot of times written communication is different than, it is different than verbal communication, meaning that grammar is going to be very much a part of what you're saying. So I know it sounds great in your head, and if you were talking to someone, it would be great with a lot of exclamation points. But when you're writing this, not so much exclamation points, just basically well thought out sentences. Very important. Do not write your name in the essay. This is anonymous. Therefore, don't write your name in the essay. Unless you're used to talking about yourself in third person, you shouldn't have to write your name in the essay. But don't put it anywhere, no running heading, no title page with your name on it. This is going to be anonymous when they're looking at these essays. Okay, any questions yet? Lee? Not at the moment?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right. So here's how you write an essay about yourself that will work. You be humble, but not self-deprecating. That means you talk about yourself and you talk about what you have accomplished, what you have been trained to do, why you think this scholarship money will help you. What are your goals? What do you plan on doing? Maybe you had struggles along the way. Talk about, don't make a long list of, for me, this is what happened to me. You can say what happened to you, but you also need to look at what you've done to overcome that. Because if you're going to college, you've overcome it. And you're moving and moving a step ahead, and you're bettering your life in spite of what you've dealt with or what you're presently dealing with. And so make sure that you you take a negative and you spin it into a positive. Show that you can do it. I know that you're strong and you're brave. Believe me, I just started back at school. Hang on a second. The throwing things are not working. I've tried to throw pens. It's just not working. All right. So where was I? So, you are trying to better yourself. And I was saying that I started school and it is hard, but if you just keep positive, you will succeed. And, make sure you write down that, what's wonderful about you, because you are wonderful. Be honest, be grateful. Go ahead and show us your true self, and that will make one of the best essays and will give you the best shot at getting a scholarship. Okay. All right. Also, make sure you check your grammar. You can send it to Academic Studio. You can send it to the library. I'm going to show you where you can send it with the library, if it works. You go to our library. You can send it to our research paper review. You can also send it to the writing lab, and they will check your grammar. We put ours through a site, Grammarly, and we'll send you a report. Plus, we also look at it, and we'll send you some suggestions. We will not write your paper. We will just give you some suggestions that maybe you need to change tenses or whatever. Also have someone read it. In fact, have a few people read it. Read it out loud to yourself. Reading out loud to yourself sometimes will help you to see that this is a run-on sentence or the sentence doesn't make any sense. You've also, like I said, have somebody write it. So, no. Did I just say have somebody write it? Erase that. No. You write it, have somebody else read it. All right. So after you have sent in your essay, the good news is you only need to write one essay. Monitor your Eagle Mail, and you will get a notice of award letter or non-award. And if you get an award, and even if you don't get an award, write a thank you letter. Because even if you have an interview for a job and you don't get the job, it's always best to thank them because they've taken the time to try to help you to succeed in college or, to get a job, and they took the time. So it's really important to write a thank you letter. So once you have gone ahead, send in your application, you have your essay written, you can go back in there, and if you feel like you want to change something up, Wendy, like how long do they have that they can get in? Go ahead and change it. Did we lose Wendy again?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Applications can be changed up until the last date of submission. So they have up until February 28th to make any changes to that.
Okay. All right. So again, you guys have this ability to get help with college and supplies, books, tuition, whatever tools you may need. And it takes a little bit of work up front to get your application, your essay together. But CTC Foundation's office has done an amazing job of helping you and partnering with you to get your scholarship. So is there any questions? You can either put them in the comments. I know Lee had some questions from earlier. Do you have your questions, Lee?
Nobody's commenting with a question right now.
Okay. Did you have some questions?
I had some written down, but I don't remember if you answered them and everything you just said already or not. If you want me to just go down the line and ask those, just in case, I will.
Okay.
Okay. Where do you go to apply for the CTC scholarships?
Okay. Wendy, I'm going to let you do the answering of her questions because you're the expert.
Okay. So the scholarships are, they are applied for off the CTC website. If you'll go to the main CTC page and go to the Students tab, down about halfway on that Students tab, it says Scholarships. You'll click on that, and it takes you to the scholarship page, the foundation pages. And then you just go down to where it says Academic Works, click on that link, and it takes you straight to the website.
Okay, and make sure you sign up.
You have to sign up for it first, yes.
Okay.
Okay. The second question, is there a limit to the amount of scholarships an individual can receive from CTC?
There is no limit. It's based on what needs you have and what the scholarship requires. So if it's say it's an education scholarship for incoming students to rephrase this. If it's a student that's coming to get their education degree, then there are multiple scholarships that are available. If those scholarships, I totally lost my train of thought. Somebody walked by here. So if those scholarships have very few applicants, you're more likely to have multiple awards. We do have several of the education scholarships that are awarded every year, and we have very few applicants. So sometimes they get multiple scholarship awards.
Wendy, can I ask you, because I didn't even touch upon this. One of the questions is, have you gotten a scholarship? If you've already gotten a scholarship from CTC, does that help?
It does. They could put you at the top of the list. We go in and make sure you're still qualified. If you still qualify for that scholarship and everything looks good, then we go ahead and move you on to the next award cycle. So,
Okay.
So if you got let's say stick with the teaching. You got the award for or scholarship award for the I can't think of any more off the top of my head. I don't know. Anyway, so you say you got good grades for the semester, and you still have a GPA. You don't have the financial need. It's an academic based. You have a 4.0 GPA. So you're still meeting all the qualifications, then we're going to go ahead and re-award that. That's one of the stipulations in each of the scholarship charters is if you qualify for the next semester, then we're going to go ahead and give it to you again.
Okay. Well, and I had one question that I had gotten via email was, what if a student is not going to be attending CTC quite yet? As long as they're in that cycle and as long as they get in before the application deadline, then that's good. Because I think we have some that are not quite going to be CTC students, and they asked it right before this semester.
Right. So if you know you're going to attend in the fall of 2021, you go ahead and apply in the spring of 2021. We award for the fall and spring semesters of the coming year. So you have to use it during that year. Nothing is carried over to the next year. Nothing's carried over to the next semester. If you find out you're going to graduate, say in December, and you want all of your funds to go into the fall semester, then you have to let us know that prior to the start of the semester. If you're not going to use it for a semester, it's good to let us know that you're not going to use it so that we don't think that you're not coming to school and we award it to someone else. Most of the scholarships, if you don't use them in the fall semester, and don't let us know that you're not using them, then they may be awarded into the spring semester.
Okay, thank you. Lee, do you have any other questions?
Yes. How do you activate the scholarship once you receive it?
So scholarships are awarded we're trying to get them awarded by June 1st. At that time, then I have a list that I send over to the financial aid department. They upload that list into their system, and it applies it to the student's financial account. Now, the funds do not release and they cannot be used until 10 days before the start of classes, but the funds are there. They're holding your scholarship. They're holding your classes they're holding your spot in the classes. If you owe more than the scholarship will cover, then you're asked to contact the business office and make the payment over the phone for the difference of what your scholarship is. If you have a $500 scholarship and you owe $700, then we ask you to call in and pay the $200. And then the scholarship will roll in whenever the funds released 10 days prior to the start of classes. Now, if you have money left over, you can use those for the bookstore. And then again, that starts at 10 days prior to the start of the classes.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, Lee?
Are the scholarships just for specific programs like culinary, or are there some that are more generally used?
We have both. We have some that are specific in there. That's one of the reasons I asked what your degree plan is so that the scholarships for, let's say, nursing, it whittles it down. That's how it whittles it down, and they know it. The computer knows which scholarship to put your name in for. Some are general studies. Some there's no dedication to any one degree plan, so it can apply to any of them. We actually have quite a few of those. We also have some that you wouldn't think of, so you never know what students can or can't get them. We have some for welding. We have some for engineering. Of course, we have education, we have accounting, we have business, we have real estate, aviation. There's a lot of them out there that you don't think about until you start applying and saying, oh, well, this is for me. You can also do a search in the on the website. You put in, say, nursing, and it'll list the ones that have nursing in their title.
Let me ask you a question, Wendy. Can they get multiple? Is there a cap on how many scholarships a student can get?
No, there is not. No, we try to award the financial need ones based on if they've gotten Pell money, if how much they've accepted. When you fill out a FAFSA, it does rate you as far as whatever their figuring system is. It figures out that they think you need for the semester. It's always more than what you're actually going to use. But we base it on what the federal government says that your scholarship or what your financial needs will be based on your household size and your income and such.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions, Lee?
Is there a new discretionary scholarship right now? If so, what is it and what is it for?
We do have a discretionary scholarship right now. We had a donor that gave us a large sum of money. It was decided that it was going to be used to help out with students that weren't able to register this semester. We've given away a large portion of it. We still have funds available. It has been set up so that it is awarded for students that want to add a class. They're taking 2 classes and they want to take a 3rd or 4th class, or they just don't have the money to do it. So this is just to kind of help them along, get through there. It's also can help with some of the books and expenses that go along with it. It's not the application is not on this website. The application is actually on the CTC scholarship page over on the left-hand side, and it's called discretionary scholarship. So if you go over to the foundation page,
Okay.
go to
The discretionary
at the
scholarship.
very bottom, it says discretionary. There's
Okay.
also, it's a little off topic here, but there's also on that same area. If you go back a screen, you can see if there has Eagle Aid. Equal Aid is an
Yes.
emergency assistance that is offered through our department. And their application for that is on that link there as well. You also see the food pantry on there. So students are needing assistance through this time with food. We can help with it as there as well.
So CTC is basically helping in all types of areas, scholarships, basic food needs, and just Eagle Aid. You want to go to college? They're here to help you. And we're all here to help you. And we will do our part. And you guys make sure that you do your part in applying. Is there anything else? Any other either questions or comments? I'm going to go back to that page at the beginning that, sorry, I'm getting there.
So you do the screen with the contact information. There you go, with the request.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you have any information, any questions, or you have, you want to go ahead and get a copy of this, or you need help, if you go ahead, we always have librarians who are on call at this particular email. You can email us and we will go ahead and forward it to Wendy, or we will forward it to whoever needs to. Also, if you'd like a copy of this presentation, we can go ahead and send you that. If you started and you hadn't registered yet, make sure that you go on the library website, go to events, and register for the scholarship workshop, because that will go towards our library scholarship. Wendy, do you have any other comments that you'd like to leave students with?
I see a couple questions on here. Michael has asked about enrolling in financial aid in order to apply for the scholarships. There's not really registration for financial aid. There's the FAFSA application. It's always a good thing to get that done, a good idea to get that done and see if it's going to cover anything. You'd be surprised at some of the stuff that you can qualify for that you wouldn't think you could. So no, there's not an application to apply for financial aid. Then Sherry asked, can the discretionary scholarship be used for CE courses not part of our degree plan? One of the requirements for this scholarship is that you must be degree or certificate seeking. It's not just for somebody that wants to come in and take some continuing education classes. You've got to be working towards a degree or a certificate program. Other than that, I think that's everything. I did put my contact information in the feed on the comments section. If anybody needs to get in touch with me, my information is also on the website where the scholarships are, and it's also on the CTC Foundation page. My email is wmartel@ctcd.edu. That's my first name, Wendy Martel, last name, at ctcd.edu, and my phone number is 254-526-1662. And both those are in the comment section. I answered some questions on there, so it's in there for you.
Okay. Well, if no one else has any questions, we're going to go ahead and stop right here. Wendy, thank you so much. I know you've been really, really, really busy. So thank you so much for taking time to go ahead and do the scholarship workshop with us. We, a lot of times people just don't know, and that's why they don't apply. And so I promise you, Wendy doesn't bite, and she will go ahead and answer your questions for you. Lee, thank you so much for streaming this for us. Lee is our friend. We really appreciate all the time and that you've been dedicating to these events. So thank you so much.
No problem.
And thank you, Cindy, for putting this
You're
together and
welcome.
allowing the students to come in and ask questions and get the information. Again, they
Okay.
can contact us anytime at the foundation office and we'll do whatever we can to help them out.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, guys. And you guys just have a great rest of your day, and let's all hope that it rains. So, all right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.